team. And no life in a gilded cage for this trio. They have their own seafront penthouse apartment. That's our location tonight.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to Top Billing. You know, I thought my life was pretty good until I met the owners of this penthouse. They never worked a day in their lives, spend every day primping and chatting amongst themselves, and they live here. Well, sure, there's a man's name on the title deeds, but everybody knows it's Kisses, Copycat and Sausage that run this joint.
Overlooking one of the most famous stretches of South African coastline is a double-storey penthouse that vies for views only with the nearby lighthouse.
Stephen, in the property game they always say location, 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 and this truly is all about the location.
Absolutely. I think that you don't get better than this. You've got fantastic sea frontages, you've got views of Signal Hill, and there isn't a single apartment here that really doesn't have some phenomenal outlook.
Light, volume, glamour, and enough space to live and entertain on a grand scale. You don't get better lifestyle credentials than this.
What was your brief?
The clients wanted something that was really different and unique, and they were looking for something that would actually wow people when they arrived in their apartment.
They wanted the interior to be something that they could come home to and enjoy, and obviously our palette's very neutral, so it definitely complements the architectural elements.
Rather than high-maintenance greenery, the penthouse has an aqua garden, a kind of rock-up-and-go scenario designed for owners who travel.
The sound of the flowing water really does give it a zen feel.
Well, I think the unique element in this apartment was the introduction of the water feature, and the idea was to have this floating staircase almost landing on an island with the water sort of cascading around it.
The entrance really has quite a grand feel to it, with that spectacular bar, the double volume, the magnificent staircase.
Well, it was important for us to create that wow effect on entering the apartment. The idea of the jellyfish chandelier as well was to play with the idea of the water. The glass balustrading once again contributes to the floating elements that we have within this space.
Technology can ruin the careful lines of elegant architecture, but not here. Light, modular and subtly stylish, the discipline holds for the furnishing and the gadgetry. Bleached wood, marble and granite add to the feeling of serenity.
I always find televisions quite clumsy in an interior, but to actually integrate it into the wall is quite a clever solution.
Well, the idea here was to create a feature of the TV. We've reintroduced the marble that we've used on the bar counter. This beautiful brown marble is Maron Emperador, and we've combined that with the white crystal marble, which we use to backlight the bar counter.
Surely with such a massive TV, you need quite a decent sound system, which I don't see anywhere.
Well, there's that we have cleverly hidden behind our joinery cupboards. We've also introduced some fabric panels, which has an acoustic quality to work with speakers.
Come check this out. This is so clever. Ta-da! This panel is completely porous, which means it doesn't distort the sound at all. There you go, big boy.
While technology is a hidden asset, the furniture makes a more powerful statement. The triangular-shaped dining room table that seats 16 had to be lifted by crane to get it into the apartment.
This really is a very impressive dining room table, and it fits the space perfectly.
Quite a unique piece. It's got this incredibly thick glass top with a white crystal marble top, and then obviously some amoebic shape Duco base, which is quite different and unique.
I see the carpet also follows the contours of the architecture.
And we've introduced incredible texture by different pile heights, and then we followed that through into the interior palette and kept quite a cream neutral palette, but introduced texture in the mock crock of the ottomans. The interior architects introduced this incredible double volume marble wall. So we commissioned a local artist, Ian Pearls, who created this for us. And what we've used is quite textural. It's sand, it's crushed shell, and that creates that sort of feeling of being near the sea.
The murals and sculptural elements draw the eye upwards, adding visual interest to what might otherwise have been a bland space. Design features and a splash of warm colour from abstract art may hold your attention for a moment, but the exotic permanent residents tend to upstage anything arty. No, it's not a baby's nursery, but a nestery for feathered triplets, kisses, coffee cup and sausage.
This really has to be the nicest birdhouse in the Southern Hemisphere.
People often ask me what is the most unique thing you've ever done, or the strangest request, and in fact I think this is it. It was quite a challenge for us, but I think we managed to keep the clients quite happy, and their pets are happy as well.
And you know their names?
Coffee cup, kisses, and sausage.
These 3 birds are honestly the luckiest 3 birds in the whole world. They've got their own playground with ladders everywhere, food, toys. The best thing of all is if you look down there, they have their own sound system.
And if the birds do boogie to the beat, well, the room is wired with cameras, so their every move can be watched by their globe-trotting owners. And when they finally get home to unpack, it's in a bedroom that's a symphony of cool neutrals and taupe maplewood joinery. The tip when decorating with only a dash of colour is layering and bold use of textures.
This bedroom really is all about the view.
Yeah, it's definitely about the view. It's incredible how the light filters in from the front sea views, and then as well as the double volume space. And again, this palette's quite neutral, so we've introduced a textured plaster onto the back of the bedroom wall, and then we've done a very simple panelled headboard. But there's something I must show you in the bathroom.
This delicate crystal menagerie lives in a 5-story glass apartment. The bathroom is the ideal hideaway for an avian ecosystem in perfect harmony.
So as you know, our owners are bird lovers, and so we've incorporated their Swarovski crystal collection, where we floated it in these beautiful glass boxes, which look through from the bathroom into the dressing space.
What a great display cabinet, because you can actually see the birds from both sides.
And there will no doubt be an exotic new addition once the owners return. They're likely to waste no time in relaxing on their wind-free terrace that's arranged rather like the balcony of a luxury cruise liner. A rather large one, with its own plunge pool.
This really encompasses everything that the apartment's about.
Yeah, it definitely does. This home is all about entertaining, but it's also about relaxing and enjoying the Cape Town view.
And you've got the perfect bird's eye view.
Absolutely.
To the birds.
To the birds.
Crackers? This is strictly Bellini and caviar territory.
Coming up.